pushing the back of us. Wow. And this one pulling. We are turning around. So it's now what's the time, mate? Is it 8:50? 8:50. And what time were we meant to depart? 4 p.m. So we're about 5 hours late on departure. They're pushing us. And this one here, guiding us along the river. And we've just successfully passed the Story Bridge. Gateway Bridge.
Let's hear it for Uzma Cap. The most adorable monsters on campus.
Hello, how are we all? Good? Are we enjoying the cruise so far?
How's the cruise, guys? Good.
Yes?
Lots of food.
I don't think that's enough, actually. So let's get the ball rolling. So what we're doing today is like Ready, Steady, Cook style. So we are going to pick people from the audience. Got shares here. What's that? Is that dill? Got that in the eye. So polenta, favourite, delicious. So I'm going to do a wet polenta, I think.
What about a dry polenta?
No, dry polenta is filthy. So we've got a wet polenta. I'll do a poached chicken. So I'll poach some chicken down.
What are you poaching it in?
I don't know what the name of the sauce. We've just had this discussion. So I'll try and remember that meanwhile I'm cooking. So I'll do that and I'll put some asparagus heads on that. So that's sorted and I'll put some dill. I like to categorise everything. So peaches, lemons, very summery, very delicious.
Do truffle.
You're a bitch. Do I look like a 1950s housewife?
You do. You look like a trifle.
No.
You're going to do a trifle.
No, I'm going to take it that next level. I'm going to do a Jacamassou.
A
Jacamassou. So I might do like a little bit of a French creme pâtissier, flambe my peaches, some sponge fingers, some cream, lemon, alcohol. I got sherry and I got my sherry. They wouldn't serve me a double shot before, but I've got one here. Anyway. Shall we get started?
Do we have a... Can you see? Isn't that pretty? What do you guys think?
So there's my main, very contemporary. Done. You don't need to clap, that's fine. They just look so pretty like that, don't they? So that's easy at home, shares. For your cat. Just don't kill it.
How about these crepes? Look at this. Does that look good? Yeah, look at that. How is that?
We're going back to seconds, aren't we?
Can we give these? Can we come over to the chef's table now?
Oh, this one was a bit.
I mean, the giant crepes are getting prettier.
Sorry, and mine's a little bit. There we are. This is spare of the moment. A cooking demo probably tomorrow is going to be a little bit more organised.
Yeah, much more organised. Sorry, guys.
Oh, they haven't.
Yep, everything.
Just push mine a little forward. The aromas really get to you with that dish.
We're going to start with, we've got the chicken and polenta, the tuna and the fennel and grapefruit salad, and then we'll go the savoury, will we, and sweet last?
Difficult, but with Jake and Elle by your side, it's not very difficult.
Well, it is, because everything he cooks is complex.
No, it's not. It's very simple. So these are African green prawns that you can only source when you go to Africa. So just jump over there when you can and fly back. Hey, dude, no, I'm joking. What do you reckon? Do you know what this is?
You think I'm Asian, I know it.
No. She just said, just because I'm Asian doesn't mean I know what it is. She knew where my markets were. So, do you You don't know?
I don't know. I never see
You
it.
don't know? No one knows? There's a prize.
It's no water.
There's no prize, I'm just trying to make you guess. It's a beetle leaf. Oh, I
Has
just
anyone even
had
heard of
that.
beetle leaf?
You want to share that?
But don't worry about that on a cruise. We'll worry about that when we get back home on Monday. You know, we get on as passengers and get off as cargo, don't we? Roll out the barrel. An interesting exercise, a diabetic educator said to me, Kim, go and get a potato. Just go and select a potato, any potato that you would use and serve as a side. So I went and grabbed my potato, we weighed it, it was 195 grams. She said, all you need is half that of an evening. So again, it's not what we're eating, it is the quantity in which we eat it. So half of that. And then the other quarter of your plate is your protein. So an average adult, a la me, I'm not pregnant and I'm not a triathlete. So all I need is a piece of protein, about 150 grams. So, you know, think of that too when next you sit down to your 400 gram T-bone steak, like my husband likes to do. Chop it in half.
So this one day, he's there singing his heart out. I've walked up to him, I got as close as I could get. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, this is all I said. Right? He's singing away, I've just walked up and I've gone, fuck, that turns me on, mate. You do realise when you sing I touch myself. Well, yeah, you can laugh. This 40-year-old guy ends up putting me up on a sexual harassment charge. No shit. And the first thing I knew about this, right, was the next day. I've rocked into the factory, the boss drags me into his office, and this is the boss standing in front of me, and the boss is giving me this, right? He's going, now, mate, did you, did you touch Frank? I said, touch him, I was patting him on the arse. He goes, you can't do that. I said, I'm only playing with him. He goes, that's what he's worried about, you dickhead. He goes, I need to know, mate, did you touch Frank in an inappropriate manner? I said, have you seen Frank? Frank isn't touching Frank in an inappropriate manner. And the boss is like, listen, mate, I know you're mucking around, but for whatever reason you have upset this guy. He is fair dinkum. You need to go and apologise now. I need an apology. I need it now. Get it done. So I said, sure. Fuck, I'll apologise. Word perfect, this is how it came out. I rocked up, I said, Frank, look, yesterday with all my mucking around, if I offended you in any way, I'm sorry, I was just having a bit of fun. So if you're offended, mate, I apologise, clear and simple. So what do you reckon? I think we should go out the back and kiss and make up. Oh, yeah.
No, it's alright.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. You made me like day. out there, you having a good time tonight? Yeah! Have you enjoyed the cruise? Woo! Oh, yeah.
Karaoke.
When that train keeps a roll, I'll never stand and go. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, boy, be a good boy, don't ever play with your
That's sensational. Hang on, that's one.
Alright, no worries, babe. Pork chops. That's a new one. you know?
You can.
Oh, you're not allowed to film, so. Alright, so that was like $9 spend.
Oh, there's nothing.
Welcome to P&O.
Go! Yeah, baby!
It is time to scream, chant, get excited. Bingo! 42, 4 and 2, 42. Sweet 16 and never been kissed. The next number out is on its own, number 7. Here we go, Shazza.
Gangnam Style.
Means I love you in Australia.
Okay. So you give it a truck driver.
No, they might come around and chase you. Good. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. Well, not you, but I'm filming around.
This one's more stuff than that one. So if you go and get that one now, it'll be cold.
Massive round of applause. Our first piece is a rabbit. Hold together a watermelon and cut it to eat it. It's really too cute. Massive round of applause for the tornado!
What is chocolate? What's it made of? And a key ingredient of chocolate is cocoa mass. That's the brown stuff that comes from the cocoa bean. Another ingredient is cocoa butter, which itself comes from the cocoa mass. And then you have, because cocoa mass is naturally very bitter, you have a sweetener, which is traditionally sugar, to make it more palatable. And then you'll have a small amount of lecithin as an emulsifier when you're mixing the ingredients. But one of those ingredients is missing from white chocolate. And you might guess, well, that's the cocoa mass, it's the brown stuff.
So it brings us to our last morning of our cruise. It was a 4-day cruise on the P&O cruise liner, Pacific Dawn. We've had a very late night last night, very little sleep. It was overall a very good cruise. We'd never been on a cruise before, so we had very little idea as to what to expect apart from what was told to us, second-hand information. You know, I think cruising's really good actually. The most important thing that I've learned about cruising is it is what you make it. There's been a number of people on the ship that complained it was a little bit boring and that sort of thing, who were also first-time cruisers. But I think the people and making connections with other people and finding the same sort of people as you on board and that you share interests with, and then going off and enjoying your time, basically making the most of whatever was there, whether it be a small activity or something that you've enjoyed previously, something you've never done before. I suppose that's what I enjoyed about the cruise. The community, meeting people, the fact that there was a lot of food and basically you could try it whenever you wanted to, and that you're on a ship, and I love being on ships. We've just come into the Brisbane River now, so we're right at the mouth and we can't go up any further because of the weather and the conditions, but I mean, it's just little interesting things on the cruise that you encounter that you wouldn't encounter in other sort of, you know, holidays, I guess. And one of these things is all these jellyfish. Hundreds, if not thousands of these jellyfish. And then obviously some scenery. And even though it's raining and pretty miserable weather, it doesn't matter. It's been a great trip. I would strongly advise trying a cruise.